Hello, good morning. How is everybody this morning? Oh, feeling much better than the last 48 hours. So, yeah. Did some internalizing, did some pushing forward, did some shoveling. It's not always easy to stop the negativity when it comes in. It's not always easy to navigate the right way to go about stopping the negativity when it comes in. It's not always easy to set boundaries, especially when it's something new for you. And anybody who has been in a trauma, abusive, addiction, um, aloneness, deflated, abused, and abuse isn't just physical abuse. There's all kinds of different abuses. There's emotional, there's verbal, there's physical, there's trauma, there's post trauma, there's it's a big variety. Okay, so um when you experience that for the most of your life, the majority of your life, when you start to heal and grow and you want to set boundaries, it can be messy because learning how to set boundaries, first of all, is really scary. I mean, and for somebody who is learning and growing and becoming, deciding that, I don't want this shit in my life anymore. So therefore, I'm going to go forward. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to be abused anymore. So when you set a boundary, I mean, usually your first boundary is set out of rage and anger. Usually you get mad and you're like, enough is enough and I'm not doing this anymore. And fuck you. And, when Godzilla comes out and, right? Um, and then as you get stronger in your growth and in your healing and your boundaries become more frequent, maybe with less anger, maybe just aggression, and over time, setting boundaries has always been a little bit messy for my own self, always. But never regret a boundary that you set. Never. Because you've set it for a reason. You've set it. It's a protection thing, okay? It boundaries are a protection thing. It's just like that little child over there, um, doing, poking at that sharp bit, and you're like, don't touch that, don't touch that. That's going to hurt you. That's going to hurt you. Okay, you're instilling boundaries in that child. A boundary that, one, you will keep it safe. Two, you love it enough to keep it safe. Okay, so this is what the child is receiving as boundaries when you're disciplining and you're saying, don't do that. Okay, let's do this over here. I give you this over here, whatever. Okay, you're teaching them boundaries of being safe within you. Like, you're a safe person. You will keep them safe. And I mean, I know a lot of the times when a child is keeps continually doing things, you're thinking, I'm gonna kill you, right? They're looking for that boundary. Okay, they're looking for that love line. They're looking for you to protect them. And it's all part of growing, and it's part of it's just part of the growing process in at any age. So when you're coming out of abuse, or you're coming out of addiction, or you're coming out of your trauma, or you're coming out of any negative point in your life where you've been stuck or struggling or abused or forced, or you know there's so many things that fall under each category: abuse and trauma, right? So many different things. So when you're coming out of that, and you're starting to grow and you're starting to find yourself in your voice and believing of who you are and healing and becoming strong within yourself again, you set boundaries along the way. Okay, like, I think the very first boundary I ever set in my own journey was, there will be no cocaine around me ever again. Never. Never. So, you know um back then, if I was having a party, or people were coming over or whatever, you know, it would be like, yeah, you can't be here because you're packing. I can smell it on you. Yes, it's a thing. You know, ask anybody who's an addict. You can smell that shit. You have signs. You just know that that shit's around you. You just know. Okay. So yeah, no, you can't be here. You have to go. You can't even come into my home. Okay. Not, I don't want to see it. I don't want, you know, please don't use it here. It was just like, no, no entry. Denied. No. And there's that word again. No, no. I was looking up the meaning of no today in Oxford Language Dictionary, and there's a section called determine under there, and it had to do with not being easy, like being no being I should bring it up again, but it made me mad. It made me a little bit mad because one of the references was it was no easy task to make her do it, or something to that effect. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, so I closed it because no is it's an important word in your recovery. It's an important word when you are setting boundaries. It's an important word as somebody who has passed trauma in their life, and it's an important word that needs to be heard. And that, I think that's my point today, is boundaries are messy. No means no, and no needs to be heard. It's not a silent word. It is not a silent word. Okay, so under the determine, the determiner no, okay, not any is one of them, and that no excuse. The second one is used to indicate that something is quite the opposite of what is being specified. Okay. It was no easy task persuading her. I mean, I'm just gonna fucking stop right there. I mean, I read it through the first time. I finished it all, but what the fuck? So under the word no in the Oxford Language Dictionary, under the determiner of something being specifically hard to do, you came up with the explanation that it was no easy task to persuade her. Because no means no, you fuckwad. Gosh, you know? So anyway, I was setting boundaries the other day. I may not have gone about it properly. I don't know. I'd kind of like your thoughts on that. Did I overstep? Probably. You know, maybe. You know, I don't have any secrets in my life, because secrets are what fester in here and then fester back here, and next thing you know, your whole fucking world is sideways. So I don't have secrets. So to me, it doesn't matter. What matters is that no means no. And when somebody says no to you, you should probably hear it. Boundary setting can be messy. Boundary setting can be really messy, especially when you're new at setting boundaries, because it's usually anger, because you get pissed off. You're like, oh my gosh, again? I'm not allowing this shit in my life anymore. Why does this keep happening? And then you get mad. And then okay, so no, no, rah, 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 these are my boundaries, The Godzilla comes out, right? This is my boundary, and don't cross it. Um, and I find with my own self, I don't always have the words I need. I can't always explain and express myself the way I need to. So after repeatedly, and I mean repeatedly, trying to express myself, well, no, I'm trying, right? Okay, so no, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do that. It's not something I'm really down with. Um, so I'm trying to express that, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm trying not to be specific because sometimes I can't be. Sometimes that's what I get. Sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, no. Um, that doesn't mean, my no doesn't mean no. So when I ask something or say something, my heart is just wishing at the most amount of horses and wishes that I'm heard. And I think that's the bottom line, isn't it? For anybody, you just want to be heard. And I was triggered by something said to me, and then I wanted to be heard. And I know, I'm aware, all of the above, that one form, and well, technically no form of me expressing and wanting to be heard was going to be heard. It's not, and then I realized it's not me that's not being heard. It's not my thing. It's not. It's their thing. Okay. It's their problem that they don't understand what no means. It is totally their problem not to understand what no means. It's all on them that they don't get what no means. So I think those are three pretty prominent physical actions. Oh, okay. All those things mean no. Please don't do that is the polite way of saying no. So then it was like I processed a lot in the last 48 hours, okay? Um, and I did react, and for that I'm a little bit sorry. You notice I said a little bit sorry because I am just a little bit sorry for reacting, because I did react. Am I sorry for what I said? Absolutely not, because it was 100% the truth. Am I a little sorry that again, the word little is in there, a little sorry that I may have hurt somebody's feelings? Absolutely, because it goes against my nature and who I am. Because my feelings get hurt often, and it sucks to be on that end. So for that, I am a little bit sorry for that. It was not my intentions. But then realizing in the last 48 hours that I'm not any of the things I was telling myself. I am not I'm not those things. I am, however, strong, beautiful, loving, kind, compassionate, wanting to help, available. And by available, I mean when somebody calls up and says, hey, can you help me with, I'm available. I'm helpful. I'm loving. I'm a good mom. Took me a long time to get there, but I am and did become a good mom. This is proof, because if it's anybody else was her mom, she'd have to throat punch that person and come find me. It says so right on my cup. She gave it to me. So I'm a good mom. I have more compassion than the average bear. But then again, anybody who has suffered trauma or abuse or any other horrific thing has more compassion than the average bear, because we understand what it's like to be on the non-end of that, on the shit end of it. So I think that's where our high sensitivity comes from, is from the abuse of past stuff. And then as we heal and grow, when it tries to leak in, the abuse and the bullshit and the negativity, my own self, I get defensive and I get pissed off. Well, first I try to be diplomatic, and if that doesn't work, then I get offensive and pissed off. Sometimes I don't wait for that to go through. The diplomacy. I don't always wait for that to go through. There's my diplomatic answer. No, I'm over here just a hopping fucking mad, because I was hopping fucking mad the whole time. And it's because of the negativity or the abuse that is coming in that gets me hopping fucking mad. So I wanted to pop in and clarify that boundary setting is messy. No means no. No means no. So stop. Please stop. If you're not hearing the word no, please hear it. And if you're going against the person saying no, please stop. Stop what you're doing, because they said no. 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 Yeah. No. So when I close the door, it's closed. No means no. Boundaries are messy, but set them. You're probably going to piss people off setting your boundaries, but people that get mad are the ones that have been crossing your boundaries. So remember that. Okay. Those that get confused and don't understand and they're like, what? Okay. They're usually your supporters and in your corner, but they're not used to the strength coming from within you. So it shocks them. But they're okay with you setting boundaries after the initial, whoa, where did this come from? Yeah, then they're in your corner again and they're supportive of your boundaries. It's generally those who continue to cross your boundaries that get upset when you set a boundary. It's generally those who that cross your boundaries don't hear the word no, generally. And this is what I'm finding in my own personal journey is when I tell somebody no and they get upset, they continue to push and push and push and push. That door is closed. I closed that door. So maybe quit wiggling the doorknob. It's starting to get on my nerves. Jack. Yeah. Yeah. You know, most of us who have boundaries that are setting new boundaries and learning how to set them, we generally have a big ass Roddy pit bull and or, biker bitch behind that door. And the harder you rattle and wiggle and rattle and try to push back over that, through that door, you're going to get bit. So you should probably leave that doorknob alone. Chalk it up as a fuck failure. Not this time. Maybe the next door down the road. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to express that no means no. Boundaries are okay to set. They can be messy while doing it, especially when you're new at setting boundaries, which I totally am. I'm totally new at setting boundaries. It's only been something I've been doing for about 3 years now, boundary setting. So I'm very messy at it. I am so messy at it. I'm not eloquent in it at all. Okay, there's aftermath after every boundary that I set. There's definitely aftermath. Um, I used to just run away, run away, run away. Gotta go, gotta go. I don't anymore. I set boundaries. I shut doors. I say no. And I mean it when I set a boundary, shut a door, or say no. I mean that. It's not, oh, okay, okay. It's okay until next time, and then that'll be okay too, and then that'll be okay until next time, and then that'll be okay too, and because I'm nobody and I'm nothing and it doesn't matter, so yeah, it's okay. No, it's not okay. That's not who I am anymore. And for like a fraction of a section, for like 48 hours. No, it wasn't even a full 48. It was really close to it, but it wasn't even a real full 48. Let's say for 36 hours. I almost believed all that from, all of it just come washing back in. And I was just like, wow, what the flippin' flop here? How can you allow somebody to take the wind out of your sail like that? You fought really hard for a long time. And all of a sudden, what, So I guess it's no different than walking down a smooth road and stepping in a pothole and rolling your ankle and being like, oh, snap, that hurt. But I'm aware of the road again. Back on track. I'm watching for the potholes. By potholes, I mean negativity and bullshit. So I'm good. I'm good. And still working on building my own self up. But know that I'm in your corner. Know that I love you. Know that we got this. Know that today is a new day and yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. So let's just work on today. Let's work on loving one another, loving ourselves, going forward, being patient and kind, showing ourselves self-love, self-kindness, self-forgiveness. That's a really big one, the self-forgiveness. And, just going forward with the most amount of kindness and love that you possibly can, especially for yourself first and then for others. And if you keep running into people who just don't accept this, you don't have to play with them. There's no law that you have to play with them. Think of them, give them positive thoughts, wish them a great day, a good life, even wealth and prosperity if you wish, and then walk away. It's that easy. So this is me saying, have a good day. I wish you wealth and prosperity. May your life be blossoming. But now I'm walking away. Okay? Okay. Yes. See how liberating that is? It's very liberating. Excuse me. Very liberating. And yes, so to all my beautiful people who understand and get where I'm coming from, who know exactly what I'm talking about, have a fantastic day. Fill it with the love from your own self to yourself. It's the best way to go. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Anybody who's watching this, I wish you grace. Love, positivity, happiness, and kindness. I truly do. Have a great day, and we will chat again tomorrow. Bye for now.